Welcome back, friends, for another exciting lesson. We're gonna have a great time. But before we get started, there's something I need to know. Would you rather have pizza or a sandwich? Be sure to leave a comment down below to let me know. Now for me, I'd rather have pizza with lots of cheese on it. Or maybe a sandwich if it's a grilled cheese and it has lots of cheese. That would be pretty yummy too. Fantastic. All right, everyone stand up with me and let's worship together.
We've got a battle to fight. God is on our side. We've got a world to reach. Your spirit lives in me. We've got a need to feel. We know it's your will for the world to see, that you set them free, and you can count on me. You can count on me. I will give all I can. I will lend a helping hand. I will be all I can be. You can count on me. I will love with all my heart. I will always do my part. I will see the victory. You can count on me. We've got a battle to fight. God is on our side. We've got a world to reach. Your spirit lives in me. We've got a need to feel, and we know it's your will for the world to see, that you set them free, and you can count on me. You can count on me. I will give all I can. I will lend a helping hand. I will be all I can be. You can count on me. I will love with all my heart. I will always do my part. I will see the victory. You can count on me. You can count on me. I'm on a mission to set the captives free. You can count on me. You can count on me. You can count on me. Yeah. I will serve the King, and I will lay down my life for the one who died to set me free. You're my everything. You set the captives free, and I want you to know that you can always count on me. I will give all I can. I will lend a helping hand. I will be all I can be. You can count on me. I will love with all my heart. I will always do my part. I will see the victory. You can count on me. You can count on me.
Whoa, great job. That was so much fun worshiping together. That was a great song. Now, do you guys remember the game we played last week called Guess This Slow-Mo? Now we've got a chance to test your skills again.
It's game time, and today's game is called Guess This Slow-Mo. For this game, we're going to show you a video clip of someone smashing something with a sledgehammer. But we're going to play that clip backwards, and your job is to figure out what the item is. So, make sure as soon as you know what the item is, you pause the video and make a note of the number. That will be your score. You'll add those scores up throughout the rounds and then find a total at the end and leave that total in the comments. Are you ready? Let's go! It's a jug of milk. Did you get it? Great job. Let's try another one. Are you ready? Let's go. It's a dozen eggs. Did you get it? Great job. Let's do one more. Are you ready? Let's go. This one's a tough one. It's a coconut. Great job. Did you manage to get it? Add up all of your points and leave a comment to let us know how well you did.
We're learning today all about compassion. And in our Bible story, we're going to hear about an opportunity that Jesus had to be compassionate to those around him by feeding over 5,000 people. And that's an example for us that we should have compassion in our own lives. And it reminds me of organizations that are out there and they're feeding people in some of the most trying and difficult times. They're out there and they're making sure that people have stuff to eat. Like my friends over at Convoy of Hope. You see, that example that Jesus gave us has led people to develop a way for people all over, not only the United States, but all over the world to get food. You see, they have these big trucks just like this one. These 18-wheelers. Have you ever seen an 18-wheeler on the road? I know I have. But organizations like Convoy of Hope, they show us that we should follow Jesus' example and be compassionate towards those around us.
Pandemics affect everyone. In the middle of this crisis, families across the United States of America are in fear of not being able to eat or feed their children. Even families whose children receive free meals at school are facing tough challenges as schools are closed and those meals are unavailable. In these times, those in poverty hurt the most. They are left with nowhere to go and no help for their families. But there is hope. Together with the boys and girls of BGMC, Convoy of Hope is responding to that need. To date, Convoy of Hope has received requests for food from 40 states and have responded with truckloads of food and supplies. But the mission isn't over, and you can help. BGMC wants to send $500,000 to Convoy of Hope for the 10 Million Meals Initiative. That's a small goal for our great big God. Even as boys and girls are required to stay at home, we see kids stepping up and with the help of their parents start raising money on social media. Kids are making things to sell in support of BGMC. We hear of kids doing extra chores around the house or in the yard and putting that money into their buddy barrels. Crisis doesn't stop generosity. In this moment where we feel helpless, let's rise up, use our creativity, and help those around us.
Wow, that game was a lot of fun. Be sure to leave a comment below and let me know how you guys did. This week was pretty challenging, but that's kind of what makes it fun. Now remember, we learned about the Convoy of Hope. They help a lot of people. And we do some things like that here at our church too. One of them is Bags by the Bumper. Now, let's practice our remember verse. Remember the code? The Lord is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and rich in love. Psalms 145:8. Okay, one more time. Let's practice it again. The Lord is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and rich in love. Psalms 145:8. Okay, guys, one more time. Now everyone do it with me. Now we can see the verse. The Lord is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and rich in love. Fantastic job, guys.
Oh, hey guys, how you doing? Sorry I got held up. Something amazing happened. Okay, I'm glad I could get a connection out here so I can share it with you. Oh, well, I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Well, let's start from the beginning. Okay, so I was with a bunch of friends and we heard that Jesus was headed out here. So me and my friends and more than 5,000 other people decided to follow him out. Man, was he out here. You might also think these people would come, be healed, and go home, but they didn't. They stayed and stayed until it got dark. And as we know, we are very far away from any towns. There's no shelter, no bathrooms, no food, and we're all starting to get hungry.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I thought everyone had left.
Oh, it's all right. Ooh, you know, even though this bed hit me in the head, this is delicious.
What's that? Who are they?
Oh, it's just a piece of technology that will be invented in about 2,000 years.
Technology?
Technology?
Technology.
No, it's technology.
Shoot.
It's
Frank?
no, that's all right. Don't worry about it. Anyway, these are my friends, and they are at church right now. Can you all say hi?
Whoa! John, get over here. You need to check this out. Whoa! What was that? He called it Technolobob.
Technology.
What he said. Wow. That's amazing. Who are they?
These are my friends, and they're in church right... Wait a second. Who are you guys?
Oh, my name is Matthew. And I'm John.
Wait, you mean like Matthew and John, Jesus' disciples?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I'm the one he loves the most. Says you.
Wow, well, I was just about to tell my friends about the miracle Jesus just performed. Maybe you guys would like to help tell the story.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I plan on writing it down in about 50 years or so. Yeah, I do too.
Great. Well, I was telling them about how more than 5,000 of us came out here to see Jesus.
Yeah, well, maybe you should start from a little ways before that. Yeah. Oh. Do you even know why he came out here in the first place?
No, I just heard he was coming out here.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll start from there. Do you remember John the Baptist? No, not this John. Sadly, John the Baptist was killed by the evil King Herod.
Wow, I didn't know. Wasn't John the Baptist Jesus' cousin?
Yeah. Yeah, he was. Jesus was really sad. He needed some time to get away from the town and get out and spend some time in prayer alone with his Father God.
Really? Man, I had no idea. Now I feel bad. I wish I would have known so I could have had some compassion on him.
Do you know what compassion means? We might think that we feel compassion when we see someone who is poor, left out, or hurting, and we feel sorry for them. But compassion is much more than that. Compassion is something that comes from deep inside of us. A feeling that is so overwhelming that we can't help but do something about it.
Mm-hmm. And you know, speaking of compassion, that's exactly what Jesus showed in this situation. Jesus saw the crowds of people who had gathered, and he had compassion on them.
Yep. And that's why he served them. He healed their sick and told them about God.
Wow. Jesus does show a lot of compassion.
Yeah, and you might think that only a couple of people would follow Jesus out into the middle of nowhere, but...
No, but more than 5,000 of us came.
Yeah.
So even though Jesus was tired, he had compassion to teach and to heal and to help the people that had all come to see him.
And we stayed until it got dark. Again, with no shelter, bathrooms, or food all the way out here.
Yeah, so no offense, but
But what?
Well, we kind of told Jesus to send the crowds away, so they'd go to the village and buy themselves some food.
But even though he was sad and tired, Jesus had compassion on the people. And that meant he cared about their hunger. And he also cared about them enough to not send them away even when they needed him.
Yeah. So Jesus said to us, give them all something to eat. They don't need to go away.
Oh, wow. So you guys must have been pretty overwhelmed.
You have no idea. Philip even told Jesus that if he worked for 8 months, he couldn't buy enough bread for each one to have a bite.
Wow.
And the best we could do was find a boy who had 5 small loaves of bread and just 2 fish.
And that's when Jesus did something amazing. Well, he told us all to sit down on the grass.
And he told us to bring the food to him.
And then he took the food, he looked up to heaven, thanked God for it.
And then just asked us to pass it out to everybody.
We were thinking that there was no way we would have enough food for more than 5,000 people. But we did as Jesus asked.
And then what?
Do you see all these baskets?
Yeah?
We have 12 of these filled with bread and fish.
That's so much extra! And Jesus did all that with 5 loaves and 2 fish?
Amazing, huh?
Unbelievable. And I ate the bread and fish and was totally satisfied.
Funny. Everyone else said the exact same thing. Another crazy thing is that we've got more leftover food than what we had when we started.
Sounds kind of like how popcorn works?
Yeah, like popcorn, but far more miraculous and less buttery.
I like butter on my popcorn.
I don't like butter.
But it tastes so good. Maybe a little bit of salt.
Well, that's really amazing. Not only amazing because Jesus did such a cool miracle, it's amazing because Jesus had compassion for the people. He was sad because John the Baptist died and he wanted to be alone, but he still took the time to heal the sick and tell them about God. And when it was time for us to go, because it was late and we were super hungry, he gave us a miraculous dinner.
Jesus has compassion that cannot be stopped.
And that compassion is way more than just feeling sad for people.
He has compassion that makes it impossible for him to not serve people.
And friends, Jesus is God, and he is filled with God's Spirit. God's Spirit also gives us compassion and the overwhelming desire to act on it and serve others, like Jesus. God's Spirit is what makes it possible for us to look around and ask what needs to be done. God's Spirit gives us compassion for others and the desire to act on it. God's spirit of compassion not only changes our lives, but others' lives too.
All right. Well, we should probably get going. I don't want the rest of the disciples to leave us behind.
Yeah.
All right. Well, nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I wonder why they would leave without us.
Just because Jesus loves me the most.
Says you.
Those guys. Anyways, thanks for letting me join you guys this week. Hope to see you soon.
Jesus is compassionate, and he wants us to be compassionate too. And there's many ways that we can do that. Like we talked about earlier with Bags by the Bumper. That helps our local community. And at LifeSpring Kids, we partner with BGMC to help missionaries all around the world. Now, I'd like to pray for you. May the Holy Spirit awaken your compassion, and may you trust God to provide for you each day. Now, all this talk about food really makes me hungry. Cheese. That was yummy. All right, see you next time.